You're looking at a daily chart of the Nasdaq. Welcome to my daily review. And today was a significant day because the Nasdaq traded above this high of February 2nd of 12,269. You can see the high today was 12,337 and it closed at 12,306, which is a higher close from this day here. So we can see that the Nasdaq is making now higher lows and now a higher high. And so that is the definition of an uptrend, folks. The market is in an uptrend. Two things you need to do to be successful at this game. You need to identify the trend of the market. And this is in an uptrend. Nasdaq's up like 18% in 2023. And you need to have good stock selection because this is a stock picker's market. We know that the large cap technology stocks are the ones that drive the Nasdaq. Google had a big day today as they rolled out, some new products, I suppose, down there in Mountain View at their site. And it looks to be breaking out above that 109 level. So Google looks really good here. If you're interested in this type of a stock, but above that level, that looks good to me. If it could stay above 109.17. And the other one is Microsoft, which they got a little bit of a jump here on Google with the AI, and they've been they broke out of this base here and have been running ever since. Did pull back near the 50 and have just been ramping higher. So Microsoft and Google definitely looking good here and driving the index higher. But we don't care about the index. I don't care about Google and Microsoft. I like drugs. I like drug stocks, that is. Lilly, I was asked to report about Lilly. This one, nice cup-shaped base, nice shake out here, 3 or 4 days, and then boom, just ramped higher. Made new high today. Of course, their weight loss drug, Monjora. You see it on the sports games, whatever. If you watch, NBA basketball, I think they have them. A lot of advertising. I don't use this product, but obviously the sales were off the chain here. And these, I want to take a look at a weekly chart of Eli Lilly. This thing is it's just a beast. This thing is it looks like Novo Nordisk, just lower left to upper right, just going higher. And these weight loss drugs are where it's at. And speaking of weight loss drugs, this Viking Therapeutics is one to watch. Is if they have their this is on a positive phase 1 trial, this big ramp up here, and it's been ramping higher because they have about 6 drugs in the pipeline, and they're expected a phase 2 trial data at any time. And before, certainly in Q2, which would be before June 30th, but they could announce data at any time. So I don't have a date on that. TGTX is another one. You only need a few stocks to make your year. I entered this one in Cubby Bears. Stock of the year or whatever contest, and this thing's up like 200%. So it's done well. It gapped higher last week on earnings, pulled back like 3 days for profit taking. The CEO was at a conference last night and said everybody has their price, and said that his price is 10 to 15 times sales. And if they do 2 billion in sales next year, it'll be worth 20 billion, and if it's 3 billion the following year, it'll be worth 30 billion. So kind of hinting that sooner the better to buy us out. So that's why this thing ramped 6% today. It's very, very lively and funny presentation. You can go to their website and listen to it. It's with the Bank of America Merrill Lynch analyst who has a $6 price target on this stock. CPRX, they reported strong earnings after the bell. I don't think this thing's going to ramp real hard. It was like 98% revenue growth here. This will show up tomorrow, but CPRX Catalyst definitely hitting on all cylinders here. Now they licensed a drug from Japan, and they have their own drug, which Teva Pharmaceutical said they're going to do a generic. So they're waiting on an FDA decision to say if they can or they can't. If the FDA rules in favor of Catalyst, this thing's going to ramp higher. They are hitting on all cylinders. Very impressed with their earnings report this afternoon. Anyway, I could do a bunch of biotech stocks. I should just do a video on just biotechs. But this is Exact Sciences. This was on our watch list recently. It was consolidating, and I took it off as it came below the 50. And, ahead of earnings, it's pretty tough because a lot of stocks have been imploding during earnings, but it ramped nearly 11% today. So congrats to the longs there at Exact Science. I'm going to look at the housing stocks. These things are just really strong. It's almost like take your pick. This is Green Brick. I've been talking about this one, seems like for a long time. I don't know how long it's been, but it closes at the high of the daily range every day. You can see these little hammers, hammer after hammer. 99%, 96%, every day, 99% closing at the high. Today it did not. It was 73%, but you could see this, the buyers coming in here. That's not Aunt Sally. Is they're getting heavy volume after I believe there was an earnings announcement last week. TPH is Point Homes. This one again, ramping, just trending along. This is a trend trader's dream here, just trending along, and every now and again pulling back to the 21. Giving somebody a chance to get in. A poor sucker like me, which I missed. And Builder Resources, and I talked about this one. I should say Builder First Source, and that this one is get out of here. Gosh, Market Smith, stop it. It has this trajectory of appreciation, and then because consistent all the way, and then the last week it's just going straight up. This is not sustainable. Like I say, this thing can go on for could go to 130, 140. We don't know, and as long as it's got this institutional support, buyers coming in, I mean, you just got to ride that. Congrats to the long if you're taking profits, but that has been a monster stock. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the computer software education media. This is the #1 group, and the reason why is because of Duolingo, which reported earnings last night and just ramped higher. This right here, this pullback, it did the Debo here. It pulled back when Chegg reported that ChatGPT was taking market share in education. And then it did the Debo, put its foot in the ground, just ramped higher. Last night reported strong earnings, so ChatGPT is not taking share from Duolingo. And this thing made a new high today. Congrats to the longs, a nice 10% gain. And Duolingo, I hear their products are good. I don't use them, but Spotify, another one that was on our watch list, but has kind of gotten extended here. And it's just, this is a trend trader's dream again, just trending along the 21 here. Pulling back one time here at the 50 and then just trading higher. That one looks really good. Celsius, I'm going to go to the retail stocks here. This was on our leaderboard list for a long time, but then when it sliced its 50, we took it off. I've been watching it, but I didn't buy it. It was definitely set up here in the base and then ramped nearly 20% higher. So congrats to the long there. It's got like nearly a 10 billion market cap for a billion in sales. That's 10 times sales. So a lot of growth priced in here. And they have a Pepsi bid underneath them because I think Pepsi has a 5 or 6% or 8% stake with an option to buy more. So good for Celsius. And I do drink their products. I like them. On holding, this one got earnings coming up next week on the 16th. Just pulled back today, the 21. Just a little weakness ahead of earnings. I don't think that's anything big. That looks pretty good to me. ELF pull back and drop below the 21, which is a red flag for me. It ramped 2.2% today, but closed still below the 21. So that thing's got to get some juice here and momentum to get back through that level. You can see right there, it's less than 1% below its 21 EMA, light volume today. So ELF needs some juice. Earnings are May 25th. And the last group that I want to look at are the semiconductors. We really need the semiconductors to have a sustained rally, and NVDA is a clear leader here. And since January, this thing has just been ramping and pulls back to the 21 every now and again, giving you a chance to get in. AMD, this one is okay. It's in a base here. I don't know. It's had some AI news or something, but I had an old buy point of 88, but it does have this standard buy point here in this cup-shaped base of 102.43. But we'll see if it can get through that 100 level. Something tells me this stock's going to stall out here around 100. We'll see if it has the juice to get through there. ACLS had a good day today, but bumped its head up against the 50 here as resistance. It needs to get through that level. And Allegro reported after the bell tonight, and it's up more than 5% in after hours. So somebody like that stock. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. We never give up.